Just finished up a zero in Kearney. That was a really awesome town. The first night we stayed at the hostel, the Gila River Hostel, and had an amazing pumpkin pancake breakfast in the morning. Unfortunately, it is outside and really wet there because it's right by the river. So what I needed for my 0 day was I needed Wi-Fi for one, and I needed a dry, warm room because we were covered with mud and wet and everything from that night, you know, in the storm. And we needed to touch base with family, make sure everyone's okay. This coronavirus is just kicking people off the trail left and right. Anybody from another country is either gone or going home, which is really sad. So a lot of our Canadian friends are taking off. And Jan from Germany, he's gone. So that's kind of sad. The resupplying in Kearney was interesting. We were able to get stuff because the store there, the owners have limit one next to everything. Like, so you can't go and buy every single container of peanut butter. You can have one, and that's all you need. And it's really good. So we were able to get our tuna packets and that kind of stuff. That was pretty cool. We ended up staying at the General Kearney Inn the second night, and that place was wonderful. It was perfect. We had Wi-Fi, we had electricity, shower, laundry. I even took my pack out into the courtyard, and they had garden hoses out there, and I hosed that sucker off. So that was all fantastic. So we feel refreshed. We're back on the trail. We made arrangements to have packs, resupply boxes sent to Roosevelt. So TikiMon's sister has got hers sent out. I'm hoping Dawn's went okay. I don't have any signal now, so I can't really tell. But we've been doing some amazing hiking. It's incredibly beautiful out here. The desert flowers are everywhere. It is the most beautiful place. This is awesome. It's like I'm getting married. These are all my flowers. If you look very closely, you can see a tiny, tiny little TikiMon working his way down another switchback. And this is our sad little vista we've had to look at all day today. Super cool railroad bridge. Check out that TikiMon heading over the bridge. all those little caves. So cool looking. Did all of that, and I'm tired.
All right.
There's tons of these little caves or holes in the rocks. I'm not sure if animals live in there, or I don't know, people used to live in there once upon a time. They're really fascinating. Everything's good. Are you wagging your tail? Huh? Are you wagging your tail? Hello. Show me your pretty face. Show me your pretty face. Oh, come on. Lunchtime. Hey there.
Excellent. Happy hour.
All right over there is where I just saw and encountered my first rattlesnake. I squealed like a little girl, and then I ever so carefully went up and around, and he didn't rattle again. I did not soil myself, although I could totally see that happening, and everything's okay. And this is the only video you're going to get, because I am not going to go put this camera in front of that snake's face. I'm halfway up from this climb here. That's how much I have left. Better get to it. Okay, so I think that's Superior in the background. And then this is what we've done this morning. All the way up here. And I still have that much more to go. Oh, this is kind of a brutal morning. Somewhere up there is the end. Way down there is the beginning. So I made it. I barely had the strength to open that gate. But here is where we've climbed. Way in the background is Superior. That's kind of where we started yesterday. And there's one very tired TikiMon. But not too tired to raise his arms up in victory! Woohoo! Alright, so TikiMon has had a little explosion with his sunscreen. So now he's carrying it in this tortilla bag. So he has a bag of sunscreen, which works out perfectly for Scratch because Scratch's legs are now being exposed to the Arizona sun for the first time. Those steps were just way too steep. My knees kept banging into my legs, so now they're free! Early regrowth from a fire-ravaged area. Check out that view. Tonto Basin. That's where we're headed. Or Roosevelt, actually. Lunchtime. Who knew there were two of these things in one day? Oh my god, that was a climb. Oh, our last big climb. Okay, we're about to cross Rivas Creek. There's no way across that we can go with dry feet. And we started the day with soaking wet shoes and soaking wet socks from all the creek crossings yesterday. So I've got shoes on, no insoles, no socks, because I only have one pair of dry socks for hiking today, so I don't want to mess that up. And now I'm going to go into an icy cold creek. First thing in the morning. Oh, by the way, we had freezing temperatures last night. So, here we go.
Into the water. How was it?
No, it's not as cold as I thought, but it's still very, very cold. Hello there, Homer. Are you having a lovely walk this morning?
It's like right when you think
You've seen most
the
everything
trail,
on the trail.
the trail isn't going to surprise you.
And I get that every time.
Oh, I bet. This is a first. I've never seen anyone walk their
She's from Washington.
goat.
He's 13 months old.
Aw.
And next year on about March 3rd or something like that, we want to hike the whole trail. And he'll carry about 30 pounds for me, I hope.
Oh, awesome.
Nice.
And so if I can even get 15 pounds on him, that's a gallon of
Yeah,
water
it's
and that's some of
funny
his equipment. And
You know, people who
and
don't
such.
know Arizona,
And where does he sleep?
you know,
we
you
tether him up
think
between a
you're
couple of
gonna walk
trees.
through
So
and
just
he can
outside.
down, yep.
He doesn't need a...
Like you just
Nope.
go through
So not like our
many
lab where
different
we
environments.
bring him a sleeping pad and a quilt and...
No, he's outside. He's a farm animal.
Awesome.
Yeah, we live.
So how old is your son that gave you the snowman?
He is 18 years old.
Oh my goodness. Okay, a little older than I would have thought. Beauty and the Beast. All this thorny stuff around. Had a bit of a spill. I ripped my pants. Again, there's already one rip. And I just noticed blood was coming through. And my first aid kit is at the bottom of my pack. Maybe this will just sort of dry up. It doesn't hurt. After such rough hiking, we are hoping that that is Roosevelt down there. That would mean we're getting closer to sleeping in a real bed. This is our second one today, and we haven't even had lunch yet. I know it just keeps changing with every second. The colors are amazing. I have a little mild entertainment as I stumble around trying to figure out where I am and how to get to the marina, since I'm so horribly lost at this point. Oh, okay. That's good. I'm right here. Man, number 214, you are standing your ground. That's fine. I have no intention of getting in your space. Good morning. I'm at the Roosevelt Marina. I'm here ahead of schedule, not because I am a super fast great hiker or a fantastic orienteer. It's because I actually got lost. I took a wrong turn at a place where there was no markings, and there was some confusing write-ups in gut hooks, people trying to explain that there was a new trail turn off, but it's not marked, etc., etc. So I kept going down Forest 83, and I was clearly on some ranch land. I saw some cows, really cute cows, passed by a ranch house, and after about 3 or 4 miles down, a truck comes up behind me, and this guy who owns the property, he was telling me, yeah, you're lost. The trail is like way over towards the east and behind some mountains, or maybe west. Okay, who knows? And he said that I asked if Forest Road 83 led down to the highway and then to the marina. He said yes, and do you want to ride? And I was like, yeah, I do. I want to ride. So he was kind enough to give me a ride. He's an honest-to-God cowboy as far as I'm concerned. He had a big old rifle in the front seat, and there's cows and horses on his land, and he was out fixing fence that day. Explained a little bit about the ranching industry, which is interesting. He breeds them from calves to a certain weight, and then they go to somebody else who, I guess, fattens them up. And then they go to somebody else for slaughter, and then they go to the restaurants. So it was interesting to get a little brief tutorial on how the beef industry works here in Arizona. He also just found out that small businesses, I guess it was just released in the news, that small businesses are getting some help, which is very good, I think, for a lot of people in this country right now. Anyway, so he brought me to the ranch, gave me burritos, homemade burritos from his wife, and I went and got some coffee at the marina. And so now I am just sitting here waiting for my TikiMon to come down, because he probably took the correct path.